I'm Tony Rodriguez.
I'm Heather Rodriguez.
I'm Jerry Ratliff.
I'm Susie Ratliff.
Personal space is the area all around us within a 2 feet radius. And if you intrude that space, conflict will likely follow. People have different definitions of personal space, and we need to learn to respect those boundaries. When somebody's personal space has been compromised, there could be a fine to follow. Trespassing is one good example of how when one's personal space is intruded, there could be a fine. We sometimes think of our yard or our property as our personal space because we don't want someone that we do not know to intrude on that space. In an article from criticaldefenselawyer.com, it says, trespassing fines vary widely from as low as a few $100s to as much as $4,000 or more. This means that we are paying large amounts of money to the government just for intruding on someone's property. If we learn to respect each other's views on personal space, there would be no conflict. In an article by Margarita Tartakovsky, an associate editor at PsychCentral.com, we may assume that others think, act, and behave the same as we do. This means that sometimes we don't respect each other's personal space boundaries because of where we came from and how we were raised. Personal space can also be defined as the borders of our country because we don't want any unwanted people crossing our borders. War can be defined as compromising personal space because unwanted people coming across our borders to inflict pain is not good. One of our main problems of war is the cost. In a statement released by the Washington Institute at Brown University, the U.S. federal price tag at the Iraq War is estimated at about $4.8 trillion. This means that if we would stop fighting with foreign countries, it would allow our economy to be much better. In many subdivisions, houses are made very close together to expedite the amount of space that houses are able to be made on. This can lead to conflict when a neighbor is being loud because the person that is being annoyed can take matters into their own hands to stop the noise. The conflict could result in fights, arguments, or calling of the law enforcement. The hallways of a crowded high school can definitely lead to conflict. At my high school, East Bay High School, the hallways are always very crowded during passing period, even though many people don't mind the constant bumping of random students. Some students take it personally when a stranger bumps into them. In an interview from my assistant principal, Henry Washington, I asked him if he thought that the overcrowded hallways led to conflict. He denied it, but replied by saying that he thinks that if the hallways were empty and that you ran or bumped into someone, it would lead to conflict. If people would ignore the people coming into their personal space during passing times, there would be less conflict in schools. In conclusion, people want to have their personal space, so if anyone tries to intrude on that space, conflict will likely follow. Thank you.